We are live. Another impromptu live video. It's probably gonna be a short one. I just want to cover everything with the CPI print and this craziness with Tether. Still trying to make sure that I'm live. Hopefully, I am. If not, it's being recorded. But the whole point of this is to do it live. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're live. So first things first. As far as the CPI print, if it's we want to see 8% or less for headline and 6.5% or less for core. So that's going to be the big one. It's going to happen in 14 minutes. I'm just going to have Twitter open, I guess. Usually I just watch Bloomberg, but I guess that'd be kind of weird while I'm on video. So I don't even know how to like broadcast that. So, anyways, we'll just have to do it that way. So yeah, 8%, 14 minutes away, 8% headline, 6.5 core. If it's higher than that, then markets are going to implode probably, especially crypto. Crypto needs a win so bad right now. We need a win. So yeah, so let's start looking at some charts real quick, and we're going to start with a chart that I didn't think we were going to chart today, and that is USDT. Not good, not good at all. Hey, what's up, Brando? What's up, Alexis? Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Short now. Yeah, I don't hate the shorting now. I was just thinking about that, especially with all these alts pumping right before CPI. It almost feels like a liquidity grab, right? So yeah, a little concerned about that. But yeah, so let's look at the USDT. It looks like things have stabilized. Thank God. This was scary as hell, especially when it got down here to 96 cents. But it actually wasn't as bad as with the Luna crash, right? Back on May 9th, I think it was. Yeah, May 9th was the last time. This is a weekly. So that's why it just looks like a little blimp like that, because this is the weekly chart. But yeah, we look at if you look at USDT on the 4 hour, good God, it looks scary. Look at that. Amazing. But looks like things have kind of leveled out. Alameda was shorting USDT, trying to get their money back. These guys are truly evil. I hope they all go to jail. What they're doing, I mean, these guys are just completely shameless after everything that they've done to try to short USDT to get profits back. I mean, amazing. These guys are absolutely amazing. All right, so we are 12 minutes away from CPI. I'll just have Twitter open because we'll see the numbers real quick. I follow a couple people that will most likely tweet it right away. But yeah, let's just go over BTC real quick. So what we're gonna have is basically, um, let's see here. There we go. I'm opening up the chats now. There we go. I see you guys. All right. So what's going to happen with BTC? So the first thing I wanted to kind of call out is the fact that a lot of alts seem to have pumped a little bit, not a huge pump, but a little pump going into the CPI report. And that just kind of, I don't know, it just feels like it could be a liquidity grab. Looking at a lot of these alts, look at CHC. It went all the way from 14 cents all the way up to almost, well, a little bit over 19 cents, which is about a 35% increase in less than a day, which is just huge. With everything that's happened, this one wants to pump. So one to watch is this one, especially with the World Cup narrative. If things can chill out, we could actually take some longs. This would be a good one. I did want to go over Solana real quick. It's actually done okay in the last few hours ever since. I don't know what the latest is with the unlock. Maybe you guys can tell me, but the unlock thing has been kind of weird. Supposedly they were going to unlock a ton of soul and then they weren't. Then it's going to be delayed. I don't know what the latest is, but the second that I heard the rumors yesterday or yesterday evening that the unlock was going to be changed, I decided to get out of my short. And I don't know. I mean, I think shorting this at some point will make a lot of sense again, but I just don't know how to play it. The other one, unlock is delayed. There you go. So that explains this action right here. But it's just so hard to tell what's going to happen. The other one I wanted to kind of talk about, we still have 10 minutes. Oh, Brando went long. The other one is this one is SRM, guys. And just fundamentally, you got to figure that this is probably an easy short with very low leverage because it's very volatile at some point, maybe right after the CPI print. Just one thing I want to call out is look at this right here. 3% circulating supply on an asset that is somehow worth almost $4 billion. And it's like, really? Does this thing even generate any money? So yeah, 3% circulating supply, almost a 4 billion market cap. it was even higher. Look at diluted market cap, right? Fully, because the market cap is less than 100 mil. So this one just fundamentally, clearly, this was being propped up. Alameda is a huge holder of this asset, but it's been crazy. Like I don't know if I feel comfortable shorting it right now, just because it seems to be like wanting a pump at certain times. Look at this pump from yesterday. So this again, I would have been caught in this, but I got lucky because once I got out of my short, because I heard of the Solana unlock thing, and I kind of felt like this one is kind of mimicking what Solana does, but on steroids. So whatever Solana does, this asset's doing it more. So it's interesting. It's very interesting to me. So there's Alameda's doing stuff, guys. They're doing stuff behind the scenes. So one other thing that I wanted to kind of call out going into the CPI is quant. This is one that I've been watching. It took some huge hits overnight, and I found this to be very interesting. To try to make a run, and it's looking really weak. This thing's going to keep dropping. I mean, the TA just kind of implies it's going to keep dropping. The sweet spot's $41, right? $40.90, something like that. But this asset is just it's just, I mean, this community's strong, this asset's strong. The tech seems to be very popular. So I don't know, if things get really ugly and you can get some quant at $40, that could be a really nice play long term. Really nice play long term. And you can buy this anywhere. You can even buy it on Coinbase. You can buy this asset anywhere. But I just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, it's so strong that it tried to get to look at that, try to get to this moving average and just couldn't do it. I mean, it was just too strong. The buy pressure was too strong to where it didn't even like hit it. So yeah, that's another one to take a look at. Trying to think what else I want to cover before the print. We got 8 minutes left. Let's see what BTC is doing right now. Let's go look at a lower time frame. Still looking pretty okay. So yeah, is this just another liquidity grab? Is it just going to paint another lower high on a very low time frame? We'll see. We'll see. We're about 7 minutes away now. So I don't know. If I had to take a pick, I'd say going short right now is the play, but I don't know. These are weird times. I don't have any open positions right now as far as trades. The only move I made last night was getting out of USDT and putting it in BUSD. And I did it in most of my wallets. There was one wallet I forgot to do, and I did this morning. But other than that, so I'm in BUSD right now. Let's see how Ethereum's doing. Yeah, everyone. It feels now like everything's just kind of chilling, right? Just waiting 7 more minutes for this CPI print to happen. So, oh, sure, 50x. Well, yeah, this might be the time to do it. 6.5 minutes away. So, I just feel like the CPI is going to come in hot. I mean, common sense just tells us that. Long at 14,250. I prefer 13.8. I wonder why you're picking 14.2 because I thought you liked 13.8. Maybe you think the first time 14.2 and it bounces, and the second time 13.8. I'd be curious, or maybe you're just trying to front run because everyone knows this. So maybe not a bad idea to front run 14K by a couple hundred. But anyways, what was I going to say with CPI? I don't even know. I lost my train of thought. Okay, correct. He's trying to front run. Yeah, makes sense. So yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see. I mean, I think the right play has to be. It has to be to assume the short's the better position right now if you're looking to do a trade. But yeah, if you just look at common sense, right, and just look at what's happened all over. Here, let me fix this. All over. Every time you go to the grocery store, restaurants, everything, it's still really high. And we know that the only reason that gas isn't crazy high is because of the fact that Biden is just depleting the reserve. So you have to figure that these CPI numbers are going to come in hot or as expected. So the short term play would definitely be to be short right now. Hey, what's up, Sal? So we will see what happens. And I don't know. How many? 5 minutes away, less than 4 minutes away. Let's see what happens. But the price action on BTC and Ethereum, I mean, it's just way too chill. I was expecting some to be kind of sheepish and start selling right before, but I mean, we had this little wick right here, but that's nothing. So yeah, I mean, I guess the markets think that maybe CPI numbers won't be bad. I think they'll be bad. So again, 8% is what's expected for headline, 6.5 is what's expected for core. Anything higher, you got to figure that everything's just going to be destroyed, especially with the macro being so bad and everything with crypto. I mean, for the first time in a long time, I'm actually saying that fundamentals are bad with crypto, right? And they really are right now. We still don't know the damage of all this. So look at the VIX. The VIX is not pumping. I thought maybe it would pump. Let's look at a shorter time frame. Look, guys, this thing's gonna pump if CPI comes in hot. This thing's gonna pump, and if the DXY pumps as well at the same time, it's just gonna be destruction city for all risk assets. So, all right, we're less than 4 minutes away. Here we go. Here we go. This is gonna be really, really interesting. I do think that this is gonna have long-lasting effects. At least on the short term. So I mean, like maybe like the week or next couple weeks on price action. If these CPI numbers are hot, let's look at Twitter. I'm gonna see if someone has posted anything. Nick, I can't even pronounce the guy's last name. Starts with a T. Timmy Rouse, Nick Timmy Rouse. Here, this guy. I'm gonna show it on my screen. This guy, he seems to have some kind of connection to the current administration. He always seems to be in the know. I would definitely follow this guy on Twitter if you guys don't already follow him. He just always seems to have information, and he gives little leaks during the week. I'm telling you guys, this guy has connections to someone that reports very closely to Biden because he always seems to be in the know. He hasn't tweeted anything in 43 minutes. And I saw that one. He didn't really give any little hints or anything. But yeah, he usually is he's like a good way to kind of monitor what's expected, and he likes to give hints. So just remember that guy's name. Let's see. Oh yeah, and I forgot to cover USDT. I did earlier, but are we good? Yeah, it looks like we're good now. So that's good. So that's one less thing to worry about, right, guys? Okay, less than 2 minutes away. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see what happens. DXY Dixie is dipping. Yeah, it is. Is it just a little fake out right before the numbers come out? Let's find out. Let's find out. How's the VIX doing? VIX doing not much. Just a little green. I mean, it's funny, right? Because we can look at the VIX and the Dixie right now, and then we don't even have to look at BTC. That's basically going to tell us what to do. All right, guys, we're about a minute away. Oh, man. We need a win. Let's just have a non-hot CPI report. We're about a minute away. We're officially a minute away. We are a minute away. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, I'm just going to keep clicking on latest and refreshing. If you guys see something before me, let me know. Yeah, it's a fake. It feels like a fake out. It feels like a fake out. We're like 30 seconds away. So we need a win. Man, it's going to get ugly. It's going to get so ugly. FCPI headline over 8, core over 6.5. Remember, core is a little more important than headline. I don't know why headline gets all the headlines. Core is actually more important. We're almost there. Probably seconds away. Still nothing. Still nothing. And I'm not trading this right now. Oh, DXY starting to dump. Oh my God. DXY is dumping. What? What? I guess CPI came in cold or came in as expected. Oh my God. I don't see anything yet. I don't see anything in my timeline. I need to figure out how to like listen to other broadcasts while I'm live because that would be very helpful. I still see nothing on my timeline. Let's see if you guys see anything. No, not DXY is dumping, guys. That's got to be something. The VIX is dumping. Okay, I don't think it came in hot, but I don't know. There we go. Year over year, 7.7. 7.7, guys. Holy crap. Go long, go long. But what's core at? Where's core? That's only headline. Somebody give me core. Where's core? Okay, I need to follow more economist journalists on Twitter so I can see this stuff. Ooh, Gensler's going to speak in 20 minutes. I can only imagine what. Guys, inflation 7.7. Everything should be going long now. So BTC's pumping. Yep, BTC's pumping. Everything's pumping. This is really good. They haven't announced core yet. Look at CHC. I was just talking about it. Good God. Oh my God. We needed a win. This is good. This is really, really good. Will it be short term? I don't know, but at least it's not. Look at BTC. Ethereum's going to be pumping. Okay, I still haven't seen core though. I mean, hold on. Yep, it only increased 0.3%. You see, and there's Nick reporting on it seconds ago. He's the guy to follow. Let's see if core is right here. I've never seen this. Okay. Okay, so I guess they haven't announced core yet? Is that what's going on? Man, it's so much easier to follow this when you're just watching Bloomberg. All right, so okay. So that's wow. Okay. And then look at the big wick, right? So is this something that basically we just avoided disaster, but it's not going to be something to go full on bullish? That's going to be the other interesting thing, right? So does this just allow market makers to do another liquidity grab before we keep dropping in crypto due to the fact that all this Alameda mess? There's still so much to figure out there, or is this the start of maybe BTC kind of being able to try to stabilize a little bit? Look at that candle, guys. That's a 4-hour candle. That's legit. So this is why I wasn't trading right now, because it was just too damn tricky. I still haven't seen core. Here, let me look one more place here. Do you guys see it? Do you guys see core? Of the 14 people watching, anyone know what core is? Because that one's actually more important than headline. I just don't see anything. Maybe they haven't reported it yet. Let's see. Got everything right after the CPI. Check this out, guys. This is outside of crypto. Look at everything right outside. So gold, S&P futures, even the euro. So yeah, I mean, wow, this is huge. We needed this. The markets needed this. We all needed this. So what does this mean? So why is this so important? Okay, so two things. Our boy, Mr. Jerome Powell, he's gonna see this. He's gonna see this. Look at he's still pumping. Let's go. God, we needed this, guys. This is so good to see. I was starting to worry about my long-term bag so much. Okay, so why is this important? So Jerome Powell and his team, they're going to see this and they're going to think, okay, things are starting to cool off. What we're doing is actually working. And that is huge because of the fact that now for December, you can pretty much assume that's going to be a 50 basis point hike. Who knows? Maybe even 25. Who knows? And then maybe they could be even less aggressive and more dovish in January as well. Now, at the end of the day, they already basically told us the terminal rate is still, it looks like the terminal rate's still going to be higher than what they thought. It's just a matter of how long it's going to take them to get there. But maybe in the short term, they could be more dovish. And if in the short term, they're more dovish, they're going to cause less pain to the markets. So risk on assets are going to love this, absolutely love this. So that's huge. I still haven't seen core, which I would love to see. I don't know how this works. I don't know if I thought they announced them both at the same time. Here, let me just put core CPI. But maybe today they announced one and then they'll announce the other, but I don't think so. They've always announced them both at the same time. Okay, CPI comes in cold. Where's core? Why can't I find core anywhere? This is crazy. I usually just watch this on video. Okay, US core fell to 6.3. There you go, guys, 6.3. This is great news. Okay, so like I was saying, Jerome Powell becomes less of a possibility that Jerome Powell is going to be hawkish in the next couple months to come. Now, for all those that were stating that what Jerome Powell was doing wasn't working, they were wrong, because if you look at what's happening with inflation in the US and you compare it to other countries, especially what's happening in Europe and maybe especially in Eastern Europe and basically many places all over the world, their inflation rates were going increasing at a much higher rate, right? Whether it's the UK, the Netherlands, Germany, I mean, they're all getting into the high teens. So in the US, we've been able to stay pre-teens, and it's because of Jerome Powell and what he's done. And I'm not, I hope I don't sound like a Powell fanboy, but I really appreciate what he's done because hyperinflation is the big monster. It doesn't matter that our 401ks have been damaged so big in the last few months because we're going to be fine when we retire. By then it'll all blow over, right? And yes, a bunch of assets are getting hit. People are losing their jobs, which suck, all that. But I can assure you that that is much less damage than what hyperinflation would do. So yeah. Okay, so it looks like we're down to 10 watching. We were like at 16, and then the CPI numbers came out, and I guess everyone decided to go and put in some trades. But look, guys, at the end of the day, I think that this is a huge win for all of us, especially those of us that we're starting to worry a little bit about our long-term bags, and this is really, really good to see. So let's just look at the market, see how things are going. Okay, I was talking about this. I think it's a joke of an asset. This is a scam, VC, money grab project, this serum, but look how it's pumping. But, if it paints a lower low than this right here, it could present a nice spot to short with a lot of these. Because again, guys, the fundamentals on crypto right now are scary as hell because we don't know the damage of this Alameda thing. We just don't know how many balance sheets it's affected, who's been affected, and how many of these lending protocols are getting affected. So it's going to be kind of like a 3AC and Luna kind of thing where I think it's going to take weeks to figure it all out. So, man, it wasn't a fake out, Brando. It wasn't a fake out, which I'm surprised, guys. I'm just really surprised. Just I don't know. Interesting. This is just really interesting to me because I just don't see how prices are going down. I mean, they still went up 0.3%, but it just felt like they were rising at a higher rate. But maybe it was on my head. Maybe it was on my head. So let's just look at some assets. Let's look at Quant. Now it's back up to 120. Look at that. It went up as high as 128. This is an asset this is a big community. I like it at $40 somehow. If BTC drops to 14K, could this drop to $40? I don't think so. Just doing some quick math. Let's see let's just assume that BTC drops to 14K. That's about a what? 20% drop from here. 13.8K, 20% drop. So 20% drop for BTC for an asset like Quant would probably be like 3x. 60% drop. 60% drop from $60, you're looking at about, yeah, close to 40, but it'd be actually a higher low, probably somewhere closer to 50, 55. I would love this asset there. I would buy a bunch of it. Aptos, Craptos, another VC money grab that I'm rooting against. Yeah, this is another overvalued asset. I've been still charting Luna Classic because it presents opportunities. Luna Classic, guys, for those of you that like to short crypto, anytime that you see Luna Classic do something like this where it wicks up big, you see, look at this big wick right here. And then look at the price action after. Decent wick right there. Decent wick right there. Every single time, almost. It doesn't do it again. So, here I probably got burned. Oh, yeah, I did get burned. I lost on this trade because I thought I took the short here, not thinking that it would do it again. But you see, and then here again. So basically, every single one of these, I took a big short on Luna Classic. 4 out of 5 times I made money. I only lost money once. So just something to track, guys, when you're looking at charts, even on the 1 hour with some of these assets. For those of you that like to short crypto, I like to short crypto a lot, just as much as I like to long it. I do it on Bitget. Check out my link below, guys, if you want to support the channel and use my link to short crypto or use light leverage. But the point I'm trying to make is that 4 out of 5 times via tracking this, I was able to make money shorting this asset. And you're not going to make money every time. Here I got a fake out. So it's not a for sure thing, but it just seems to, do things like this. Let's look at CHC. So let's talk about this one. This one was really, really hot. It's been really, really hot before all this FTT mess, and got all the way up here to almost 30 cents. So this is playing off the whole World Cup soccer narrative. Nothing is bigger in sports than the World Cup. It's coming up very, very soon. We're less than 2 weeks away. Many of us were expecting this asset to maybe be really killing it before this FTT mess. It would not have shocked me to see it at 50 cents by the time the World Cup started. Is it going to be a kind of like buy the rumor, sell the news? Maybe, but don't forget the World Cup is like a month long or more. So when will the hype of this asset's partnership with the World Cup die down? Will it be the day the World Cup starts? Will it be the day after the World Cup ends? That's where it gets really interesting. I don't know what to say there, but I just think that this will pump heading into the World Cup. But if this whole FTT thing is, disaster city, and more information comes out, and we start seeing more about these Sol unlocks, and Alameda keeps trying to screw with the market and destroy Tether. I mean, this was Alameda right here, guys. This wick right here was Alameda shorting Tether. So it just makes it really hard to take a long and do it with conviction and with confidence. But I got to tell you, if there's a long to take from now into the World Cup, or if you have BTC or Ethereum, well, here's an idea. It's going to outperform BTC and Ethereum, in my opinion, from now into the World Cup. So maybe I should send some of my Ethereum, or maybe maybe some of my Ethereum long-term holdings, swap them for this asset. I think I can do that on a couple different exchanges, and that because I think it's going to outperform BTC or ETH. I think that's a possibility. I need to think that one through. But I just think that this is going to outperform most alts from now until the World Cup. So if you have a long-term bag, for example, I also have a long-term bag of Matic now. Maybe swap over my Matic for this asset, and then the World Cup, and then switch it back to Matic, and I just made more Matic. So that's kind of like an idea. So I'm just thinking out loud here. But for those of 11 of you watching, let me know if there's a certain chart that you wanted me to take a look at. I know I was just going to go on for a few minutes while the CPI thing came out, but there's a few of you watching, so we can keep going for sure. What else did I want to cover? So, oh yeah, mask. Oh yeah, this one's pumping again. This one, so again, Mask is part of that Blue Alliance, whatever it's called, which is CC, his new partnership with Elon, where they're going to integrate payment wallet into Twitter. And they're going to do it via the use of somehow BNB, this asset Mask, and Doge. I don't know more than that, but I still thought that this was an asset that is still very, very overvalued. If you just look at it on the daily, let's look at it on the daily real quick. See how overbought it is. I mean, on the daily, it's not going to be overbought because, yeah, it's on the weekly that's going to be overbought. Yeah. Oh, it's already come down quite a bit. So, yeah, so the oscillators are starting to reset on this one. But I still think that it's too risky to go in on this one. I mean, it's just still, it was at $1, so it's still at 3.2x from just what, less than a month ago. So yeah, no thanks. But I think the time to short it has passed. I really, really do. ENQ. All right, let's check out ENQ. Never heard of it. Okay, I think we're good with USDT. I don't have to chart anymore, thank God. God, that was scary. ENQ. Here, what is it? Let's look at its tokenomics real quick. Circulating supply 58%, so that's not bad. What was its all-time high? 30 cents. So it's at, okay, so it's at 93% discount from its all-time high. Okay. Looks like it was doing really well, man, until this whole mess. Look at that. Here, we'll chart it over here. It'll be easier. I just want to see something real quick. And then for the 14 of you watching, thanks for jumping on this impromptu video. I need to start scheduling this so that you guys will know I'll do this ahead of time. What do they do? Oh, aims to be the first blockchain in the world to unite millions of smartphones. That sounds out of my levels of knowledge. I have no idea what that means. Wow, look at that candle, man. Is that why you brought it up? Jesus Christ, it's going nuts. Look at those candles. Yeah, this asset's looking really good. It's on KuCoin. Yeah, the volat, illiquid assets on KuCoin like this, man, you can make some money quick, right? You can also lose some money quick. Um, yeah, I mean, technically, I just think these kinds of assets are going to get destroyed if BTC goes down to 14K. So how, at what level would I prefer to see this asset down here, man? 004. I mean, it's just gone up so much. But look, all it's done is paint higher lows, and it was really pumping hard. I guess they had some good news. Hey, what's up, Bert? EW2 we'll check it out. I haven't charted that one in a long time. Yeah, I mean it's just painting higher lows, and it looks like it's just painted another higher low on the daily. But yeah, I mean this to me is one of those where um before this whole FTX mess, it looked like it was really going to start to trend up. So yeah, I mean, I'm guessing that there's some fundamentals behind it because those are some big. Look at that volume out of nowhere ever since August. So yeah, this asset definitely looks like before this whole mess was doing really, really well, and it looks like when good news is look at that candle, Jesus. Last time I had a candle that big was down here, and look what it did. Interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting asset for sure. All right, EW2, EWT. Look at it in Kraken. That should be good enough. All right, let's look at tokenomics real quick. I always want to see circulating supply first and foremost. Yeah, energy web token. I actually traded this like back in I think I want to say like 2019. I used to trade this on Kraken. Wow, and its circulating supply is still that low? You got to be kidding me. How is the circulating supply still that low after all this time? How long has this asset been doing its thing? Let's see. Let's go look at a weekly. Oh no, 20. I was thinking of another asset. I think I confused it with Ocean. I confused it with Ocean. That's what I used to trade back in 19 on Kraken. Ocean Protocol. Yeah, I mean it definitely leveled off. Obviously, it wouldn't shock me considering the macro that it for this asset to test $2.28 again, which is a long way off. Long way off. So if you're yeah, I'd be very careful with this asset still because it's gone up so much in just a short amount of time. And the macro sucks, fundamental sucks. Yeah, man. Bert, it would not surprise me at all to see this asset back here again. Kind of test these levels down here. And you see right here, kind of test that. It would not shock me if it tests these levels again or paints a higher low somewhere close to that. Yeah. But if it gets really close to these levels, this is a really nice asset long in. And your risk versus reward is really, really nice. So you know what to do, right? If it drops below the yellow line, um, then you get out. You get out, but you want it to be on a close because I could see it wicking below it and then kind of faking out and then making its run. Yeah, so if it closes on, I would say on the daily, if it closes below that yellow line on a daily time frame, yeah, I'd just get out. I'd get out. But yeah, I mean, but I wouldn't do it till down here somewhere. I really do feel like it's probably gonna do that. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. You see, you got a nice little double top right there at the exact same level. I mean, literally the exact same to the cent, right? So when you see something like that, that means that this little breakout, okay, after this high, it failed, right? It failed. So it now needs to get more juice, reset the oscillators, all that good stuff. The only way it's going to do it is probably most likely to test these lows. So either paint a higher low somewhere down here, who knows when? No clue, man. It could happen. I mean, it could be over here. I mean, it could be maybe we need to look at a weekly, but it could be first quarter of next year where it finally does that. I mean, how long did it take from here, from this low? That's July. It took 5 months or 4 months to get to here. So it could take, well, no, we'll say here. So yeah, I mean, it does move pretty fast, but I would not touch this as a long right now. But I really like it. I really like it down here. If you can catch it down here, and then you know what to do. It's just easy. It's easy. It's an easy trade. It closes on the daily below the yellow line, you get out. If it doesn't, you ride it, and you can. And then it's probably gonna go test these highs again, which is a really good trade down here. That's like an easy 2x. So yeah, that this is definitely one to keep an eye on, because if it gets to that level, it's going to look really juicy, and it moves fast, right? It moves fast, which I really like that. Once it starts moving, from the time it hit here, so Thursday, mid-July to up here, August. I mean, it literally took 5 weeks to do a 2.5x. 5 weeks, 2.5x. We need to add this to the. I'm going to add this to the list. I like it. Let's add this to the list of assets that would be nice in a to keep an eye out, because I think this one could be a good addition. EWT. All right, cool. Yeah, that's a good recommendation. I like it. Let me start this email. Okay, cool. So yeah, so that's a good one. Really like that a lot. All right, guys, I think I have to call it a day. It's almost time for me to start my work day. Good tech as well, so that's good. Yeah, I kept thinking it was Ocean, so no, I have no idea what they do, man. But yeah, I added it to the list. That's a good one. Days Duck. So I hope that you understand why I like this one better than ENQ. I just feel like it's an easier trade, where ENQ looks like kind of like like it's just kind of hard to gauge and monitor. So, anyways, yeah, I think we're good. So I hope that this helped. The CPI thing was very interesting to watch. Let's see how BTC is doing now. Yeah, it's now kind of just chilling. So now with the whole FTX, FTT, Alameda thing, is it now just going to give all these gains back? I mean, it shouldn't, because we now know that Jerome Powell is probably going to start being a little more dovish, or at least I would hope a little, not a lot, because we still know that the terminal rate's not today's not really going to change how high the terminal rate is, but it's going to change the time, right? So it's not going to be as tough and ugly and strong on markets, right? It's going to be more of that kind of soft landing that they talked about a little bit. Like, I know a lot of people don't believe in the soft landing. I kind of don't either, but it does kind of paint the narrative that we're going to have more of a soft landing, or that Powell can give us more of a soft landing because of this data. So this was huge. Today was really good for all assets, all risk assets. And it's a huge one for crypto. And now we just need Alameda to stop playing games, and we'll see what happens with all that. And Mr. Sam, bankrupt fraud, SBF. We'll see what happens with the guy. All right, guys. So thanks for joining. I will be on live again very, very soon, and I need to pick a time so that this is consistent, so you guys know I'm gonna be on. All right, peace. Be safe out there. It's still not totally safe. We still don't know what can happen. Alameda can still screw things up, and we don't know how bad this contagion is. And yeah, be very, very careful. Don't get all total risk on, because I still think that we need to figure out what's going to happen. All right, guys, peace. Take care.